What's up? It's Mercer here. I think it's time to give you guys a 2009 Pittsburgh Pirates baseball primer. Let's run through the entire roster, shall we? Catcher, Ryan Doman. Good hitter. Should get about 15 to 20 homers. Maybe a 280 to 300 average. I don't think he's going to do as good as he did last year. He's a decent player as long as he doesn't get hurt. Should be good. First base, Adam LaRoche. Garbage. Get him out of this team. He hits like crap for 2 months and then decides he's awesome. We don't need someone like that on the Pirates. It's not going to help us at the beginning of the year when we need to actually win. Second base, Freddie Sanchez. I think Freddie will bounce back this year. He'll probably hit around 300, but he's too old. We got to get him off this team. I love the guy, but he's just not going to cut it. This team needs to get young and now. Shortstop, Jack Wilson. Same deal. Love the guy, got a good attitude, but you know what? He's just not a good enough player, and he's too old. Good defense. It's still not going to help this team that much, so bye-bye, Jack. Sorry. Nice to have known you. Third base, Andy LaRoche. This guy came in last year and hit 160. Hopefully he's going to do better this year than that. It's hard to bat 160 2 years in a row, so he'll probably get a little bit better than he did last year, but I don't really know if he's going to be much better than someone like Jose Bautista. What's the difference? Maybe 15 homers, 270, 280 average if we're lucky. Not very good for third base. Left field, Niger Morgan. Why is this guy on this team? He's just like Tyke Redmond. He's just like Chris Duffy. He's just like Jermaine Allensworth. He's just like about 14 other guys that we've had on the Pirates over the last 10 years that are basically light-hitting, fast guys that are crappy. He's going to suck this year, and after 40 games we find out he's terrible. They're going to have to throw someone else in there. What a waste. Center field, Nate McLouth. He is the man. Last year he busted out just like I predicted. Now this year I don't expect him to do much better than last year. In fact, I expect him to probably do worse. I would say around 15 to 20 homers and 20 to 25 steals. That's a decent season, especially for a center fielder. I don't really have anything bad to say about Nate. He's a good player. I like the dude. Right field, Brandon Moss. At least we think Brandon Moss is going to be starting in right field. He should be. He's really young. There's no reason why this guy can't hit maybe 20 home runs, but he's no Jason Bay. He's no Xavier Nady. We traded both those guys away last year. So guess what? The offense is going to suck. Okay, let's move on to the starters. We have Paul Maholm, who's basically the only decent starter on this team. He's a good innings eater. He'll probably get us 200 innings, but I have a feeling he's probably going to win maybe 10 games at most. He's going to have more no decisions than he has wins at the end of the year. That's my guarantee. Ian Snell, another guy. What's he doing? He's just like Kip Wells. Can't throw strikes when he needs to. Has plenty of talent, but he can't find the strike zone. Throws too many pitches. So I have a feeling he's basically going to do about as well as he has the last several years, which is not very well. Zach Duke, another guy who basically lets you hit the ball. He's led the league in hits allowed for the last couple of seasons. It's not a guy that you really want to have on your pitching staff. He's not going to get you very many good innings. He'll have a good game here and there, but for the most part, he's going to suck. I don't care how good he did in spring training. He's not going to do very well. Ross Ollendorf. This guy, there's a chance he could maybe be a decent pitcher. In fact, I'm going to name him the Greg Mercer ace out of nowhere for 2009. He'll probably just randomly do really good, and then this team will say, oh, he's awesome. He's our best pitcher for next year, and then he'll suck. Happens every year. I've seen it for about 7 years now. Jeff Karstens, which is another guy that I really don't see any reason to have on this team. He's not going to be a very good pitcher. He's basically a number 5 starter if you're lucky for most major league teams. It's not the type of guy you really want to have on your major league staff, but Neil Huntington wants to give all these new guys a chance. I have a feeling the chance is going to be pretty slim for these guys, and at least 1 or 2 of them will probably get sent down to the minors, and some other dude will come up by the end of the year. It's pointless. I can run through the bench, but you know what? Yaramiro, Cruz, Hinske, Monroe, Ramon Vasquez. These are all useless players for the Pirates. They're either old veterans that are basically utility men, which is okay for most teams that are good, or there's some junkie guy that should be in the minor leagues and has no business being on the roster. Either way, it doesn't help the Pirates all that much. Oh, I could run through the bullpen too. We've got Caps, and we've got Caps. Yates, Burnett, Hansen, Veal. These guys, they're not going to do anything. They walk everyone. They don't strike out enough people. It's not going to be pretty out there. Yeah, I probably sound like a pretty bitter Pirates fan, but you know what? After 16 consecutive losing seasons, there's a pretty good reason why I figure this team isn't going anywhere. It's still at least a couple years off. We've got prospects in the minors, but they're nowhere near ready. The Greg Mercer 2009 guaranteed win-loss total is 60 wins and 102 losses. Pretty bad for a pretty bad team, but you know what? I don't see any reason why they'll do much better. You know what my slogan is for 2009? There's more of a chance of a Pirate getting struck by lightning than this team catching lightning in a bottle. That's all I have to say. See you later. Mercer out.